Welcome back to episode 23, Building the Beast. So this is what we do to give the car that solid, comfortable and cool feeling. You know, it's all about how you insulate it, and I think we do a pretty good job. So sit around and check it out. You've already seen in some of the previous videos of us doing the insulation in the floor, which is the black with the silver backing. So now we do lots of layers of our Duke padding, which is kind of really good insulation and sound deadening. And you'll see how we do that. I've just put the Duke padding in the floor, and on the passenger side, where I've got those indentations because of how I did the firewall, I actually put 5 layers of Duke matting down, and I put 3 layers here, and that should help stop a lot of the heat coming through from the firewall. Yeah, we live in Florida, so you want to make the car as insulated as possible, and you know, so the AC doesn't have to work so hard. And it might be an old car, but it's got a lot of mod cons now, and hopefully it'll have nice cold AC. Yeah, you heard that right. I put 5 layers in on the firewall there, and I know that sounds kind of excessive, but that's just the way I do it, and it seems to work for me, and I kind of like it kind of under the carpet. It just gives it that soft, you know, luxury feel, even in these old muscle cars. Roof felts in, insulation and soundproofing. That's cool, went in nice. I was looking through my videos, and I realised I hadn't done a walk around of my progress in quite a while, just photographs of little sections of it. The car's really dusty right now, so it doesn't give the shine that I'd like in the video, but let me do a quick walk around so I can show you what's been progressing with it. I repainted the underneath, make the black all crisp and everything again, and I've got my cameras and stuff on my dash. I've mounted the camera in the front here, and then I've got the camera on the front of the mirror. Put grip tape on my foot rails. Mirrors on. I have all the wiring done now. Still got to put the AC in, and I've started putting the felt in. Got all the dash lights in and screens, etc. Putting the felt in. As you know from previous videos, I've been trying to make this really insulated and soundproof. I've actually got like 3 layers of cool mat in the front area. Insulation, that's that silver kind of tar backed stuff, and I put the felt in, and I've actually got 5 layers of felt on the firewall. In a lot of the areas, so hopefully that makes the soundproofing and the insulation, mostly the insulation, really good. So I have, you know, very limited amount of heat coming through from the engine compartment, because the cooler I can keep it inside, the more effective the AC is. So my dash turned out really nice. I like it. And I got felt, done the felt on my roof, and my daughters will help me do my headline and stuff, and they've already done my front seats. They're just finishing up on those, and they'll do the back seat, and then I'll work on the door panels. And I think for my sill plates, I'm going to cut some strips out of this aluminum here, and then I'll bend them and put them over my sill. I think I like that. And I got all my reversing lights and reversing cameras and kill switch wired through here, so it'll only start in park and neutral. Kind of quite an important safety factor. Had a problem with this shorting, so I've got a new one to wire in. That's kind of a pain, but it'll be very easy to wire in. And the only thing left to wire here is a sensor wire to a sensor on the transmission, which I want to put it on the lift when it's done, and work out where I'm going to put the sensor for that. And I've got my speakers in. That's going to be the color of the interior, kind of a cream. And I've got JBL 300 watt speakers, and I'm only putting 2 speakers in this car. With all the soundproofing in it and stuff, and the quality of the speakers, you know, not amazing speakers, but good speakers. You know, the quality of the sound here, I like it. It's really deep and sounds really good. So I don't need any more than that. And like I said, the car's really dusty, but you know, the bodywork's not fantastic on this car, but it's pretty good. I mean, you know, it turned out better than I anticipated. A lot better. This car, as you know, if you've followed the videos, was so bad and so much work. It's amazing how nicely it's turned out. I purchased this car literally almost a year today, so it's taken me a year to restore it, and that's working on it most days. So obviously if I'd paid someone else to do it, I mean, it would have been an incredibly expensive build. But if you want a car like this, unless you want to pay someone a fortune to build your dream, you have to do it yourself. And although obviously it could be done to a higher level than this, even doing it to this level is very expensive. So fortunately I had the time to do it. Some of these videos aren't wildly exciting, but seeing as I've done the build from beginning to end, I kind of like to include everything, because, you know, a lot of people do these things, and it's nice to see how somebody else has done it. I've got the felt in, so ready for the carpet. I think I might want the felt inside here as well, but pretty good. So as you see, I'm being fairly thorough. On the inside of the fenders there, rear fenders in the trunk, it's single skinned. A lot of modern cars are kind of double skinned, and I like to put foam in there. So normally I cut out foam and I stick that in, and then that protects the inside of the fenders if anything in the trunk moves around. You don't want to be sticking a dent in your car from the inside. And you'll see it starting to look pretty neat inside. You know, having said that, I've still got, you know, work to do. I haven't put a lot of the trim on the inside. I haven't even done the headliner yet, and or the door panels. So I've been kind of lazy, because now it's on the road and I've been enjoying it. I've been doing other projects and helping the kids with their projects, and Max is now pestering me to rebuild the transmission in his monster car, because we've had a lot of issues from it, and we've brought transmissions from some big named manufacturers, and they haven't been any good. You know, they've had issues. So I've never built a transmission before, but I know that following instructions, I can do a pretty good job. We are patterning out the headliner now, so we know where the bows are going, and we've marked how far it comes down. It doesn't really matter about the edge because we'll come past the edge, and when we install it, then we'll cut off the excess, including the front and the back. We really just wanted to get this curve at the back here, so we know how this curve kind of sits. And then we can stretch it when it's up there and then put the bows up. So on a lot of my cars, I've purchased fitted cockpit, and that has worked out pretty well for me, but I often find that they're not cut very well anyway, and sometimes they're actually a little bit short on the sides and this, that, and next thing. So I've started putting in my my own carpet, and it gives you quite a lot of more leeway and obviously, you know, unlimited material. So I normally like to stick it in, and I kind of start from the middle. I'll cut a little slot where my gear stick is, so I can put it over the gear stick, and I'll, you know, cut some slits in it so that I can put it in from the inside. And yeah, it's not really necessary to glue it. I got the carpet in, so I'll carpet the trunk tomorrow, put the AC in, and carpet this little plate and a cover there. Put my gear stick thing in, and get my seats in. So I generally like to glue my carpets in, but like I said, it's not totally necessary. But if you've got quite a lot of sharp angles, etc., it just makes it stick to the angles better. And you know, in the back of the car and up round my tunnel, although it's pretty flat on this car, I got a really minor tunnel, and if you'd seen in the previous build video, I was quite conscious to make that tunnel as low as possible but high enough as necessary to clear the transmission. But over the back there where I'm going into the trunk, you know, I've got some kind of sharp creases, so I wanted to glue that fairly well, and so press it into the crease. But this car obviously is pretty easy because, you know, it's just one huge flat floor. But you know, make sure you don't cut your carpet short that goes up the firewall. Often a lot of people find out that they don't have enough carpet going up the firewall, and you know, it can be pretty irritating. But sometimes just going to an upholstery shop, or you know, getting a roll of carpet that you like is a better way to go. Now, automotive carpet can be thinner than obviously house carpet, and it has to be real flexible. So keep in mind when you're buying it, you know, what the contours are like of your floor, because you know, sometimes a good quality carpet which is flexible is you know, very important. So also you can get it different piles, different densities, you know, made out of different things. But anyway, as you can see, the interiors come together really nice, and you see I've got some old foam there. It was actually 2 inches thick that I've put in the side. And you know, you're not only trying to prevent heat or sound coming into your car. Yeah, all my cars are quite loud because I have quite loud exhaust systems on it. So it's not that I'm trying to make them quiet inside, but the funny thing is that when you do a lot of padding and insulation, it gives the car this much more kind of solid feeling. You don't get this tinniness or drone through any of the body. So even though you can still feel, you know, hear the sound of the exhaust, etc., you still get that real nice kind of firm feeling of the inside of the car. This is the first time it's been outside. So I'll stand next to the wheel, Junior, so you kind of see the size of it.
I did good polishing them, didn't I?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. As you can see, we did a walk around, see what it looks like. This is kind of its first major shakedown drive since I've put it together. Although I do actually end up putting a much lower gear posi in the rear, because of the huge tyres and stuff. But just drives amazing, just so solid and comfortable, and all the work that I've put into it is really starting to pay off. And as you'll see in the later videos. Well, thanks for watching. It's really nice for me to be able to share my build with everybody, and I'll get back to you with another video soon.